second, maybe third or bust this tournament. If he gets top 8 tonight, it's a win for him.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a win just because of how many insanely great players we have tonight. Again, representatives from Houston, Oklahoma, Austin, and of course DFW. So many great players, and speaking of which, let's go right back into the action with 2 more fantastic players. SSGuy versus Austin. Both these players putting in some work and being some great character loyalists at that. Austin has been playing Ness since pretty much the inception of this game.
And he's been playing Ness since the inception of Brawl.
Yeah.
That is how long he's been playing this character.
So before the game, in utero,
yes,
he was playing Ness. Oh man, there's a mother joke in there somewhere, but let's not talk about that. Let's get right back into the action. It's going to be Austin versus SSGuy, and no surprise, Austin starting off so strong just with a set of aerials. About to be expected. So SSGuy, I think his game plan in this, especially in these early percents, just try to keep Austin out more than anything else. Ness as a character, if he's able to get those grabs, if he's able to get those close-range aerials, it just can be so much damage, especially in the hands of a player like Austin. So SSGuy has to set up those walls, but we can already see that he hasn't done the best job of that. Austin has been able to break these zones pretty easily and pretty consistently. Do you have any thoughts on that, Seth?
Yeah, that's actually one thing I could definitely touch on is whenever, like, so Ness has a lot of guaranteed combos he can do that does a lot of damage, but even whenever he's not guaranteed comboing, a character like Mega Man doesn't have too many options for landing safely. Like, he's got that Leaf Shield he can set up, but once you understand how to work around it, Leaf Shield's not particularly threatening. You basically just throw hitboxes at it. And if, you know, the hitbox does hit, then it trades, and you trade with Leaf Shield, and you get like 1%, and your opponent gets a ton more, and then you just go back to swinging heads at them. And yeah, outside of that, the down air, you know, not very good at landing. Got lots of landing lag, even if it does manage to hit. Forward air, back air are really good moves for intercepting other people who are in the air, like above you or at the same height. But whenever you're below him, Mega Man doesn't have too much to actually fall with. So even in situations where Ness isn't going to be getting legitimate combos, he's going to be getting a lot of pressure.
Right, and again, because Austin is just so on point with his aerials, and because of his proficiency in particular with those falling up airs, we're going to be seeing SSGuy with his feet off of the ground more often than he would like to be. And that's going to make it very, very difficult for him as Austin continues to lay on this pressure and starts to lay waste to this second stock as well, dropping down. But oh wow, now, recognizing that SSGuy was going to get onto the ledge, decides to just bail out instead of maybe put himself in a compromised position. But those down tilts, heavily punishable as SSGuy lands a perfect up tilt to bring these back to an even stock game.
I actually did not know that you could do that. That is news to me. Getting up tilt in the middle of the down tilt string. You can see Austin actually himself kind of lean back like, whoa, I didn't know that either.
Definitely another piece to download for Austin. A great play from SSGuy, but we've talked about this metaphor so many times. It can be like you're a magician at an angry child's birthday party. You're just starting to run out of tricks.
Getting to the sense now where if SSGuy doesn't make one big move, Austin could potentially be finishing the stock. And a very nice jump there. Not air dodging, Austin would have taken the stock with a bait there.
That's one really nice thing about Mega Man. You have a lot of options when it comes to jumping, but Austin, you know, if you're in the air for that long, he's been so good at punishing. That time, though, missing, but it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
The space that he was at, even though he whiffed with the up air, put him in the perfect position to get the back throw.
Which is, I think, indicative of this match so far, is that so we had that exact same situation just like 10 seconds prior, where Austin was landing and SSGuy was the one on stage with presence, and Austin didn't hit with his attack. And then he still got away with it, and he still like managed to get on stage and like put damage on his opponent, despite the fact that he made a mistake and, you know, misspaced a little bit. But there at the end, it was the exact reverse, where, you know, yeah, despite the fact that it wasn't, you know, like the perfectly clean play, Austin, you know, didn't cover the landing perfectly, but still managed to get the hits himself afterwards.
Right. So now SSGuy. This pick makes a lot of sense to me, right? He wants a lot of ground to run around, right? And he wants a pretty flat stage so that his horizontal projectiles will have a lot of effect, right? And no platforms to avoid them either. And this should help him have an easier time of establishing the wall. But what Austin is so good at, and why he won that last game, is, again, he's able to break the walls, and like you said, he's able to get SSGuy off of his feet. But now SSGuy maybe changing things up again a bit. He's not succumbing to simply running away all the time. He's mixing it up between whether he's going to run away or whether he's going to come back offensively with some aerials of his own.
Yeah, definitely doing a better job spacing these lemons as well. Getting the, possibly because he has just the more area to back up and set it up safely, but we're seeing a lot more lemons, a lot more of them actually hitting. Pestering Austin actually have the percent lead now. And yep, those, you can see here that trade for the Leaf Shield and the Ness up air. Not exactly the most favorable for Mega Man. And that falling down there, lots of lag on it, very, very punishable. Does manage to get through the up B setup though. Oh, very unfortunate.
Ooh.
Awestin bouncing off the stage after that PK Thunder too.
A rare mistake, actually. Awestin usually very pristine with that particular option. Recovery, but right there, adapting a bit to the usage of the lemons and actually uses that magnet to recover some of that HP.
Yeah, a bit of a deficit now for Awestin to come through. SSGuy playing safe.
Awestin finding that falling aerial. That's so integral to his play, and especially at this kind of a percent, you got to watch out for those up airs and you got to watch out for those bears.
Yeah, back air, it is going to be the percent where back air will actually take a stock if he does land it. So.
And I love the way that Awestin played that last sequence as well. He was using a lot of the magnet to basically tell us, this guy, what your strategy is, what the strategy you have going on right now, it's not working. You have to come to me. And the minute that he did, the Nair was waiting for him. Starting to come back into the game.
Oh, that back throw will be enough. Mega Man, a relative, pretty heavy character, but still, I thought that those percents on that stage positioning back throw will be taking the stock. I've also got a bit of a deficit, but this is definitely a position he can come back from. The low percent damage from Ness is very, very high if he gets the hits that he wants.
And great from SSGuy. He's not committing anymore to the full lemon sequence. He's throwing out a single lemon, seeing if Austin's going to throw out the magnet, and then he's going to be changing things up. But whoa! Actually batting back the Leaf Shield? Awestin, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? You can't play baseball with that! What a god. What a god. Awestin able to make up the deficit and finally take the lead back after that SD that he had. The down tilt again, unfazed actually by the up tilt that had happened previously.
Yeah, good presence of mind to do it close enough so that he knows that it's going to be pushing people off stage, but that PK Thunder 2 setup, clipping him with the tail, setting up perfectly for the Thunder 2.
Great play. Absolutely great play. And solid adaptation from both, even from SSGuy at the end there, mixing up some of his game plan. But unfortunately, when he did, it was just about when he was in the corner. And Awestin just did a great job of taking advantage of that fact.
Absolutely.
But yeah, wow, fun night so far.
Yeah.
Fun night so far. It's so cool seeing like Awestin, but even like to a lesser extent that some folks may know, some folks not know. My old roommate Aggro, I was driving up to FX, getting ready to, check in for commentary things.
Yeah.
And I get a call from him on my way up here. He's like, hey, man, you going to be at Shockwave tonight? Yeah. Okay, cool. Can you put me in bracket?
Nice.
Yeah, I think I can do that.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Always nice to see people hop back in after it's been a while they play.